I'm just getting ready to cook some breakfast. I got my stoves all set up, so we're gonna have bear sausage breakfast burritos. Loaded up my pack this morning. It's super heavy. I haven't had a chance to get out and do any hiking with my pack on. Had some stuff going on. I haven't been able to do that.
When I'm looking for new areas to hunt, and before I ever strap a trail cam to a tree, I start with 3 key criteria. These help me avoid wasting time and increase my odds in finding deer in tough country. First, I look for areas that are remote and hard to access, places most hunters won't bother with. If it's steep, thick, or far from a road, that's a good sign. Second, I want locations that are only accessible from one side. That way, I can control my entry and exit and reduce the chance of someone else walking in and blowing up my hunt. Third, I look for sign, both fresh and old, scrapes, hooked trees, and well-used trails. If deer have been here before, there's a chance they'll be back.
Pretty brushy down below, but I just came up here. I was looking for a place that I could hike off the side of the road. And there wasn't anything. It was super thick and brushy all the way up here, but up on top, this is just kind of the point of a ridge. It opens up a little bit. It looks kind of mule deerish up here. So I'm just getting ready to throw my pack on and head up this ridge and just wander around a little bit, see what it looks like up here. Don't really expect to see anything. It's so warm. It's so warm. Can maybe throw a game cam up here if I find a trail or something and just see what's up here. But I'm gonna get hiking and see what we can find. There's definitely a couple through here recently. We'll see how high we can get up here. He almost got me with one of those. That's what I was looking for, right there. But that trail's been there for a long time. It's likely some animals are using that. I'm gonna set a game cam up here, just off this trail, and leave it here for a couple weeks, a month, and see what's moving through. There's another trail that comes down off this ridge, comes over here, and this trail comes up here, so they kind of merge right here. So pointing my camera as much north as I can, but still over here to get a nice spread. And that way it won't be just something walking just in front of it, because a lot of times if you put it too close to the trail and it's just walking straight in front of it, by the time the trigger goes off on the camera, you're going to miss seeing what it was. So you want it where it's kind of coming towards, or obviously going away gives you more opportunity to see what that animal is. I kind of like this spot because there's only one place to access it, which is from right here. And I put my game cam right at the back end where there's some really nice tree stand trees back there. And it's only about half a kilometer back there. So my new tree stand's a lot lighter, so I could easily get my tree stand up there if I get lots of stuff on the game cam. But the fact that nobody can get to any side of it, it looks good. So it's worth spending a little bit of time here, I think.
I've learned the hard way not to hunt memories. Going back to the spot where I saw or tagged a shooter buck hoping for a repeat, it just doesn't work. Deer move, pressure shifts, and landscape changes, so this year I'm starting fresh. My first couple days are all about scouting. I'll be hanging a few trail cams, glassing open ridge lines and massive clear cuts, and searching for food and water sources. I'm looking for places that feel promising, where I'm excited to spend time, not just on familiar ground. If all goes well, by the end of day 2, I'll have 3 or 4 areas loaded with fresh sign, and maybe even catch a glimpse of that buck that I'm looking for this year.
Elk, mule deer, black bear. That's not a black bear. That's a grizzly right there. Yeah, how far those claws are from the toes. That's a grizzly. There was one over here. This is a black bear. You can see how close the claws are to the toes. That's a black bear. But this one, that is a grizzly. Those claws are. Back down here where I came up, there's a road that's washed out that loops around and goes into some backcountry clear cuts where there's no other access to. So I'm going to go back down here, throw my pack on, and then we'll hike up that old road. I finally got to the back end of this. So it's another clear cut. I'm just wondering, there's a few elk track and some mule deer track here. When I was hiking in, it looked like there was a trail that kind of went up through the middle of that. I wonder if it'd be worth a hike up there. I'm not super excited about this place, but it is definitely remote. And there's only one way to access this. It's the way I came in. I think I'm going to wait hiking up there until it cools off a little bit and there's more likely stuff to be moving around. I don't mind the rain so much, but the wind's starting to pick up here. Man, if a big tree goes across the road, all I got's a little axe. It'd be rough. Man, when it starts raining, then the weather changes up here. It changes fast. Can't see anything good in sight. I'm gonna look around up here a little bit more. I think it's time to go. That storm's working its way this way, and this one's got lightning. It is absolutely gorgeous up here this morning. It's coldest by far. It's close to freezing up here this morning, but there's a little opening like that just off to the right, a little bit higher. I'm gonna hike in there and then try to get to that ridge and hike up that ridge and see what's up there. This would be a great place for a tree stand. That tree right there. This one right here on the outside is a perfect size. And it's right up against that tree line, but it sticks out far enough. I can see up that way. So I think what I might do is, before I leave, I've got one game cam left, is go throw up a game cam right on that tree right there and just leave it here. But I'm not going to hang out here until I get a chance to leave the game cam for a week or two. There's definitely a trail coming down into this grassy flat area.
I'll be honest, I've got the worst luck when it comes to harvesting animals. Every year, filling my tags is not a given. It takes time, effort, and a whole lot of patience in the woods, and often frustration. That reality has shaped how I hunt. I've had no choice but to work harder at scouting, and over time, I've developed a process that helps me become more consistent, even when the odds are stacked against me. Trail cams are a huge part of that strategy. They help me narrow down where I actually spend my hunting time. They show me what's moving through, how often, and when. And as you'll see later in this video, they reveal changes from year to year that you'd never know about without them.
I feel like this is about as far as I could get an animal out of the woods. A big mature muley buck, if you take the head and the cape and the neck and all the meat. Don't be wasteful, is 4 trips. So I think I'm just gonna look around here a little bit. I haven't seen much sign up here. I don't think there's much up here. Sure does look like mule deer and elk country up here, but there's not much forage. There's huckleberry brush and a tiny little bit of grass. There's just not much here. Dang it. Put this game cam up here. Got some help there. Oh, beautiful bluegrass. Anyways, so I came up here, put this cam up I put on the first day I was up here. It's been here 4 days, so let's see what's on it. There's a well-used trail that goes up through here all the way from the quad up through this clear cut. I hunted this last year. I put a ground plane up there and tucked it back in some trees and hunted this pretty hard for about a week. The only thing I seen up here was a 5x5 bull crossing the tree line up there. Oh, their elk. Why didn't I have my cow call this morning? If I try to go up in there, I'll blow him right out of there. What we'll do, we'll back on out of here. So bring the cow call and the bugle up. And we'll come up. We'll try to get up here early. Because I heard in here of about 15 or 20 last year on the other side. I caught him on a game cam. So I think what we'll do is, well, I got the game cam over there now. I'll head around, check the game cam.
It's my last morning on this trip, and after an unproductive start chasing an elk that was chuckling at me yesterday, I've shifted gears. Today is about checking trail cams and building a plan for my next trip when it's time to start filling tags. I'm heading into a familiar spot, one of my favorite white-tailed tree stand locations. It's my go-to when time's running out and I need to make something happen. After checking the first cam, I felt a spark of optimism. There's movement, and it might just be heating up again this year. As I push deeper towards my second cam, past my tree stand location, the one that usually gives me the most deer footage, I found something unexpected. Bears, and a lot of them. I've already filled both my bear tags this spring, so there's nothing I can do but hope they move out in the next couple weeks and the deer return. But this is exactly why trail cams matter, and why having backup locations are critical. Conditions change, pressures shift, wildlife patterns are unpredictable. Trail cams gave you the intel to adapt, and backup spots give you the option when your plan A turns into a bear highway. Scouting isn't just about finding deer, it's about understanding the landscape, anticipating change, and staying flexible.